Paper is 20th century British and American literature. Program is BA. Subject is optional English. Semester is fifth semester. University, University of Mysore. Session number 11. Welcome back to the class, The Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock. In the last class, we have seen how Prufrock says that in the hotel or rooms, there the women came and went out while talking about 16th century Italian painter Michelangelo. It is to show high class ladies are too showy. Here in this class, the, with the visual imagery yellow fog that suggests pollution in the city and the inactivity of Prufrock. The yellow fog that rubs against the back of the window panes. In modern world, yellow is a color of disease, the symbol of a diseased society. The fog wants to go inside the room and the yellow smoke join with it. In the evening, both wants to go inside but they can't. But these things symbolize a cat who wants to get inside with these intense desire. In the modern society, this cat compares with the human who has high expectation in their life. Finally, the fog gets tired and fall asleep like a cat. Just like that, people want that longing dream of the modern age. And this great expectation makes them suffering loneliness and painful in their life. Prufrock thinks there is plenty of time for delays and dawdling. He says that these familiar faces, you will have a lot of time to meet them because you meet them every day. There will be time to create something new or destroy something. You have enough time for works. You have lot of time for every overwhelming question. Basically, Prufrock is avoiding everything what he has seen. He is trying his best to avoid everything because he knows the result. There is no output of involving. He wants to convince himself. He says that you have enough time for solving indecisions, making visions, and taking revisions. And this will go on forever before your death, before taking of a toast and a tea. Even you will see thousands of such dreams while drinking tea. The dreams will vanish that time also. You will take a lot of decision. Again, you will be indecisions. In the room, the women came and go talking about of Michelangelo. Why Prufrock repeats it again? Prufrock repeats the same line again, that some hypocrite women talking about Michelangelo. He repeats it again because he wants to say is made that he is made things a lot from his idealist point of view. He looks at the social foolish from different angles, but there is no change. There is no change because the women talking about the same thing. The whole world system is now running on these two lines. So, what is the benefit of asking so many questions? T.S. Eliot, in all of his poems, he has tried his best to introduce this idea that man existence in the world, modern world, is really like an object. After all, no matter how much you discuss, you are looking at the women who are talking about Michelangelo. Prabhupada thinks if he wants to talk with these women, is it possible for him or is he bold enough to talk with them? He thinks that they will ignore him because he is an old man. If he wears a smart dress like a smart man, but they will criticize him for his body. So Prabhupada talks with himself that he cannot disturb their works. He imagines himself as a smart man, even then he is still confused. So it is not possible for him to stand in front of them and talk to them. So he has to change his mind again in a minute. In every situation, he is confused about himself because he knows other people very well. He is really knowledgeable, but others are not knowledgeable like him. So it creates a gap between them, and it is not possible for Prabhupada to mix with them or talk with them. He is trying to convince us that he is a wise man with lots of experience. It doesn't, he doesn't need to do anything because he has done everything already. He has measured out his life with the coffee spoons because in every day's coffee time you measure the sugar or milk, so you have become accustomed and your unconscious mind is reading it, and that's how everything is solved automatically. So there is no need for a new solution. In the same way, he has measured his whole life. He knows the voices dying with a dying fall. But he couldn't do anything for them except just sitting. Then how will he adjust everything again? It's quite impossible for him. He says he knows these eyes, the ones that are stuck into the wall, the hypocrite men who formulated him, they fix him to the wall and he is sprawling on a pin because they are dominating people in this society. There is nothing more he can do. Thus, he has reached the last stage of his life. Then, how will he adjust everything again? So, thank you.